see what power they've got to get down to the track. See a lot of them coming back through pit lane. A battle of the roof racks on the start line. Michael in the HD wagon, see what it's got. He's been it rolls. It's got plenty of boogie on the top end. Just got to get it hooked up on the start line.
I've had to film all morning so far. Like, we're out of Growl, black top, so the no prep event. Everything was really good in the prep, setting everything up, getting everything sorted. It's the first time I brought a trailer and a truck out this freaking event. And literally on the way in this morning, the freaking wheel fell off the trailer. Like, something pure, like, you couldn't ever know what was going to happen. Like, just sheared all 5 nuts off, so. But, yeah, so. We're on gangster tyre, so we're on a 235. It's the first time the car's ever been on a 235. In case anyone's wondering too, I'm able to be here on the phone in the car because someone broke, I think, and they're cleaning the track, so they're sitting here just waiting, basically. So I thought, why not? This is the first chance I've had to talk all morning, so I thought, why not? Gotta do something to start the video. So yeah, we're on a 235. It's back making like 6 pound of boost, so it makes nothing because I know for a fact the car's not gonna hook. It hardly does on the 28, 13 and a half that it runs on, as it is they're a semi-slick anyway, so. But yeah, we're going to try and make it work on 235. Everyone in our class is just ridiculous, like they're literally the fastest of the fastest guys. Like twin parachute freaking. So anyway, but we're just going to come and give it a go. I mean, I love Growl, I love Chris. Any event he runs will always be here. We're sort of eating into our time to tune the car and get the car ready because obviously the break, and we're so late, like everyone's been out here since like 9 o'clock and it's like 11 o'clock now, so. But yeah, we're just gonna give it a go. I'm hoping everyone jumps so that I can just win. But yeah, the car's running really good so far. It's everything's set, everything's dialed. We just don't have any experience on these 235s, and obviously whenever you come to a race, you don't know what's going to happen on the wheel. I mean, it's not smart, but we'll give it a crack. My foot brake isn't amazing either. It only revs to like 1800 revs before it starts to push through the brake, and I don't spool till about 4100, so I've got a long way to go off boost. So we'll see. We might get lucky. We'll spend some time on the car to pull a lot of power out, and obviously on such a smaller tyre it should accelerate a little bit quicker hopefully. But yeah, hopefully shortly you're going to be going and racing, so I'll be able to film that with my phone. But that being said, if we go any longer I'm probably just going to go off. The car's just getting hot, so oh no, we're going again. Okay, yeah, well, we'll see what happens. right? Next day after Growl, the ZX it did really well considering what it had to work with, but it did obviously have some problems throughout the day. The biggest problem we had was that stupid charge pipe. As silly as the problem it's got is as it runs down, and it's got its V band down the bottom here. By the time it makes its way, I mean that's the first part. That's how long the first part is, and then by the time it runs all the way down to where it's got to go, which I'll show you here in a second. So it runs all the way down there, runs all the way up, and then curls, and then runs into the front of the intercooler. The problem that we got is by the time it does all of that and runs all the way through and around, if something's out of whack just the littlest bit, it's gonna hurt. Like 3 or 4 months ago, I went to one of the Fridays events, and I went to put fuel in the car at their little servo. It's the first time I've ever been to the little fuel pump part at Queensland Raceway. The car actually fell in the ditch and bottomed out and like smashed the whole front of the car up. Like I'm talking like, you know, bent all the intercooler, broke the bumper, broke the radiator, broke the fans, the whole lot. So since that happening, the front has been a bit iffy with everything fitting. We've never had a problem with it since, but I'm assuming the car overboosted just a little bit yesterday, and then as soon as it blew that pipe out, we had to try and rush to get it all back together. We had to unbolt it all and start again, and with doing that, obviously something mustn't have been 100% perfect, and then I went out there for the first round of elimination against a guy that I was really confident that I would have, because I've raced him in the past and the car's won. It blew the pipe out, so I had no boost at all. So really disappointing, but we're going to fix it today. We're going to get a new pipe on it, extend it, do the whole lot, which should hopefully mean that it won't blow out anymore. We shouldn't have any more issues. So we'll see how it fits. So I ended up getting the pipe done. Fingers crossed this will be the reason, or this will at least help us. She's a smidge longer now, so I've left all the weld on it, so when we actually put the sleeve on it and put the clamp down, it's just going to work as like a little lip. Usually I'd grind it off and do all the usual, but I'm hoping that just a little bit of an edge, so when it all goes back together and these band clamps go on, it'll hold it, because we've never put that on there before. None of them have it. But yeah, the V-band further down, if we get rid of that as well, hopefully that'll let us be able to twist it and move it, and then we're just going to make a bunch of tabs off it and bolt this thing in place, so even if it tries to blow out, it's not going anywhere. And that's how she is at the moment. Everything else is good in it. The hat's happy. It's still bolted. It was tight, so it never had any issues. Other than that, the car's actually perfect. It came back literally not a problem. Underneath, it's perfect. Gearbox is fresh as. Gearbox is happy. It's purely just the charge pipe that let us down, especially in that first round of elimination. I literally just went out, did the littlest burnout, and then yeah, the guy pointed straight at it and said, "Mate, you're missing your pipe," and the pipe is hanging out the side of the car. So obviously I took off, and I mean the sad part was I kept with him when I took off, and that's quite a scary thought, because I mean I'm down 20 pound of boost. So and the other thing with the brakes too, so a while back we made a tank to try it out, but we never, so I bought a Holy Sniper manifold, and everyone was saying that they're like the worst thing on the planet, but I found that out after I bought it, obviously. and the gasket in it, literally when I got it brand new, paid like $1,000 for it, I think it was, and the gasket like blew apart and completely. How it turned up, mind you, that's brand new out of the box. It was warped. There wasn't even welded on the actual sleeves of the manifold. But that's when we put the tank in, and obviously we found out it was like leaking. I had cylinders down and sucking in vacuum and all sorts of stuff. But we thought it was the tank, so we got the tank back out, and we've gone over it and checked everything again. And we're hoping that we can use that tank now, because that should give me some brake. Because we're sort of talking, I only need around 2,800 RPM on the foot brake to be able to make the car work like it used to. But yesterday I was getting like 1,700 RPM, if even. Which you'll see in some of the videos like earlier on, car just couldn't launch to save its life. And it's like, fair enough, everyone will say, oh, it's because the car's not tuned properly and blah blah blah, but it has a real dull spot around 2,000 to like 2,300 RPM. It just has a real dull spot that the car struggles to fight through. When you're driving around on track, it just revs straight through it. But it's just, it gets a little bit too much fuel, I think, and that's when the turbo starts to kick in and everything else, and it just turns into a mess, and it just AFRs are perfect. I don't know what it is myself. AFRs are perfect. Everything's great, but it just bogs down hard. And that's unfortunately right where my foot brake was working. As soon as I put my foot down, it got straight into that, and it just got I'm assuming it air or fuel, whatever the problem is. Yeah, and it had to rev through that, as well as no boost, no nothing. But as soon as I got through all that, it's up on song, and it was great when the charge pipe was in it. So other than that, that's everything we found so far from yesterday. Everything else was perfect though. The car's super strong. Started first kick this morning. Car's super solid. So we're going to fix all this and do some testing. We're going to keep the 235s on it, we were saying. I mean, I love them. I think they're great. It's never had a radial. Like, I think the ones that are on it are just PSRs. We've never had that on it before, but the car accelerates twice as hard as it used to with the other ones. So we're going to keep it on it and then work with the ones that are on it, because I think Growl's got another no prep event in October. So we're going to give that a crack. With the same well, not these ones. I'll get some new ones for it, because these ones were half worn when we went out anyway. So I'm hoping by that stage the car should be a little bit better. So it's been